outline, color-coded. According to the Prison Policy Initiative, up to 15% of people incarcerated experienced homelessness the year before their admission to prison. Today, I will be discussing the issue of criminalization of the homelessness in the United States. The criminalization of homelessness should concern all of us, especially college students, because according to the New York Times, 17% of college students experienced homelessness in some shape or form in 2019. So today, I'll educate you on the different kinds of homelessness and how common it truly is, describe the different laws surrounding homelessness and how they do more damage than good, and explain the criminalization of homelessness systematically makes it harder for underprivileged citizens to climb their way out of homelessness. So with that first one, educating you on the different kinds and how common it is, the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, their national point-in-time estimate in January 2015 or 17, over 553,000 people in the United States experience homelessness on any given night. And according to Volker Bush-Gertsima's scholarly article on defining and measuring homelessness, there are 7 theoretical categories that can be divided into 2 broader categories based on these 3 criteria, which are physical domain, whether you have a place to live and is it fit for habitation, legal domain, whether you have a legal title or security to be on that land that you're residing on, and then social domain, which is a private and safe personal space for you to form social connections. Under this methodology, if you live in a mobile home, apartment, friends and family, or if you've experienced domestic abuse, you're going to be categorized in housing exclusion. And I don't know about you guys, but as an apartment renter, I wasn't ready to hear that I'm almost homeless. And those 2 categories that homelessness is divided into, well, is rooflessness, which deals with people who may have access to public spaces or night shelters, and houseless, which is a term preferred by most people in the community rather than homeless, deals with people who have access to housing and temporary accommodations. Now that you know the different types of classifications of homelessness, I'd love to tell you the different types of laws surrounding that. So I'm going to go and describe the different laws surrounding that. It's just 2 branches of laws. There's those that are designed to help the homeless get access to aids such as food and shelters so they can have a better quality of life. And then there's those that are designed to criminalize homelessness and force them into shelters. And unfortunately, according to the National Coalition of the Homeless, the criminalization of homelessness is becoming a lot more favored among politicians and lawmakers. Some laws involving the criminalization of homelessness are it's illegal to panhandle or beg for money, give money to panhandlers, give aid to homeless, sleep, eat, or sit in public spaces, obstruct a walkway, camp, sleep, eat, and sit. It's also illegal to have an open container of alcohol, be publicly intoxicated, and public urination, etc. Those who support these policies believe that punishment will deter people from choosing to be homeless. Yeah, because people are sitting in their houses, shitting and eating indoors and thinking, you know what, I think it'd be fun to try this outside. You don't choose to be homeless. Instead, people experience a series of terribly unfortunate events that lead them to lose their job, and they're frantically looking for a job, and if they don't find one, they lose their house, and then the snowball just keeps rolling. Now, these laws don't just affect people on the outside. These laws are like parasites. They can do serious damage to your interior. So to explain how criminalization systematically makes it harder for people to escape homelessness, someone who's homeless has already fallen into financial troubles, and they don't have, even if they didn't have mental illness or addiction problems beforehand, they're definitely gonna maybe fall victim to that now. And if instead of giving them the help that they need, you lock them in a cage with similar victims and violent criminals, you're making their problems 10 times worse and then just sending them back where they were with no plan or aid. How are these people sleeping outside because they can't afford rent, supposed to pay a $1,000 fine for sleeping outside? They can't. It just simply makes it harder for them, and it makes it almost impossible to escape. And then they get arrested because they can't pay the fines, and now they have a criminal record, making it even harder to find a job. And that's already what they were struggling doing. So today, I educated you on the different kinds of homelessness and showed you how common it truly is. I described the different laws surrounding homelessness and how they do more damage than good, and I explained how criminalization of homelessness systematically makes it harder for homeless to escape homelessness. So thank you guys for listening, and now you know the severity of politicians and lawmakers criminalizing the homeless. Thank you.